Hey folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. And folks, what you're looking at is a 2021 Toyota Camry. This is a 2021 Toyota Camry. It is the... Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Folks, this is what you're looking at here is about 3,000 to 3,400 boxes of the world famous 2020. There's one way up there. 2020 Jumpstart that is went out of had about, I think it was 4 reprints and went out of print, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago with Strix and AFR when they did the last call. And I was very honored and very happy that I was able to get a last call on that one. I didn't think that was going to get filled because it's such a good product, and it's not jacked up in price. So I'm coming around the corner here. How's everybody doing today? It's been a very rainy, miserable, wet day here in Florida. The Florida afternoon thunderstorms have returned, so I apologize. I look pretty rough by the time you guys see my filming. I'm just trying to squeeze them in throughout the day. So I want to touch base on Jumpstart. Haven't talked about it in a while. And I want to touch base on Double Masters, what's going on. So let's start with the Jumpstart we already started talking about. Again, I know we have a lot of memes, jokes. I like to put the dramatic titles. Everything's going to zero to get, you can always tell the people who don't watch the videos. They just go, ugh. It's so much fun. Yeah. What do they call it? Living rent-free in people's ex? No, in their head. And they're living rent-free inside of somebody. So while we are in this cruel summer of 2021, I continue to deploy a tremendous amount of capital, absorbing and taking a lot of these products. I know everybody's negative. It's this, but a lot of people who aren't negative are being forced to sell, which I think is a terrible, shitty thing, but it's just the economics of the world right now with a volatile, weak stock market or equity markets. Even bonds are just all over the place on face value, trying to figure out interest rates. So a lot of the face value on individual bonds, even bond mutual funds, are very volatile on their the share price if you're in a bond fund or an ETF. It's just a lot of volatility. Crypto market is, I think they give it away for free with every taco party pack. You get a Bitcoin for free. And what else? I mean, collectibles, everything from 2021, no more free tendies, negativity, blah, blah, blah. So, I continue to go against the grain. I know I'm trying to keep the spirits up with everybody and the positivity. And I know everybody's just so raw and this is it. And, we go through these every time we go through very intense down trends and down cycles. And unfortunately, one of the downsides of capitalism is we have these boom and bust type of ebbs and flows, kind of like high tide, low tide on the beach here in Florida. You have those, you just have the rising and lowering of the currents. And many times, when the water level drops, you see who's been skinny dipping, and you see who's over leveraged, and you see who gets nuked, and you see who goes under. And every time we go through these turns, it always we lose a lot of people along the way. A lot of businesses don't make it through this, and that's always a tragedy. And remember, folks, no matter how angry you are at me or any other YouTuber or any LGS in the country or any distributor, these are all businesses. Most LGS are small businesses, and they are run by individual people that represent families and employees and jobs and households. And every time one of these fail or go under or implodes, multiple, if not usually quite a few people's lives get disrupted and become very turbulent, and a lot of people go through some bad things. So you always got to keep them in the back of your mind. So 2021, I wanted to also, let's go back to the Jumpstart here, and then we'll jump into Double Masters and just call it quits tonight. But Jumpstart was something that was such a powerhouse product. I don't feel the same way. I'm very skeptical of Jumpstart coming into 2022, where Wizards now, starting at the end of the year, is going to start releasing Jumpstart with every set. Well, the last time they did stupid shit like that was releasing a Commander product with every set and diluted the brand until it became dog shit. And, then Papa Bezos swooped in on the giant penis rocket, and even Papa Bezos, old Amazon, can sell Commander at reduced packaging. So logistically, they have a competitive advantage. On top of that, they are Wizards Direct, and unfortunately, I am very bearish on future Jumpstarts now that they're going to be releasing them with every set. It's going to really dilute a lot of the future value. I'm very skeptical. So I hope I'm proven wrong, because I would like that kind of excitement to continue. But at this point in time, in summer of cruel 2022, I remain very skeptical of all future Jumpstarts, as I am with all future Commanders, these individual Commander sets of sets. Individual Commander releases with each set. Now, original OG Jumpstart let's hold hands and let's frolic and let's all prancercise together. Original Jumpstart came out in the disaster supply chain of 2020 when everything was shut down and the Godzilla virus card was going rampant. And the original wave of Jumpstart was so small, box prices skyrocketed to $200. I think I even ran the first patron sale of Jumpstart. I swear I probably charged like $150 to $170 a box. And I thought 20% off market price was a good deal. And I think I got like 200 boxes instead of, you couldn't get the product. And so because of that, distributors were raising prices to stores and people like me. So even I couldn't get a normal price on Jumpstart. So the whole supply chain, distributors would charge more to people like me. I would charge more to my customers. It ripples through. Everybody pays more and everybody loses in these disastrous supply chain garbage. I hate that stuff. So anyways, Wave 2 came a couple months later. Same thing. Prices went from maybe 200 to like 170. Dropped a little bit. Wave 2 again was small. Got gobbled up. Did nothing to the prices. You know, old Shepherd Man and all these crazy unicorns and all these fancy mythics, Phyrexian tech swamps and things. None of them really dropped in price. Wave 2 got gobbled up. Jumpstart was still super expensive. By the time Wave 3 showed up, or Reprint 3 or whatever you want to call it, was probably about 9 months after the original release of Jumpstart from 2020. So 9 months into Jumpstart, we actually did have, finally, you know, when Wizards reprints and reprints, it will eventually knock the price down and crack the market. By Wave 3, we started to see that. Box prices dropped down. We're averaging like 140, 150, sometimes in bulk by the case, like 130s. So, that brings us to today. The fourth and final wave, also known as the last call Wizards of the Coast, where they flushed out the Texas warehouse in the good old United States of America, happened a couple months ago, and as of right now, it is gone and over with. I think a couple distributors kept a couple pallets, and of course, they've jacked the price up to like $100 a box if you want to buy them wholesale. Or at least in any quantity. I think you can still get like, I think $70, $80 a box for Jumpstart wholesale, but I think they limit you to like one case or something, or one case per week per store or something. So it's very throttled and bottlenecked in the last ones, which is very normal. So I believe so heavily in 2021 product, as you can see. I am also building a massive position in Jumpstart. And if it goes to zero, like my dramatic, clickbaity meme titles for the people who love, I can tell when you don't watch the video, it gives me chuckles all night long. I go to the bathroom and I'm just holding my balls and I'm chuckling. It cracks me up. The negativity and any excuse for people to be like, I got it's a little Bittersweet Symphony. If you don't know what that song is, sit back in the middle of the night, turn your lights off, get completely naked, lay on a cold tile floor, and play Bittersweet Symphony. It'll reset your brain. I'm serious. So, I do think Jumpstart moving into 2023 forward. I think Jumpstart under $100, no matter who you are, no matter what quantity you're buying, any Jumpstart under $100 is a stupid price. I think it's a buy, and it reminds me of many other eras of Magic where prices were distorted and overly reduced because of market conditions. So, well, I guess we're not going to talk about double masters. I guess this video is turning into so long. We're just going to do a Jumpstart video tonight. Remember, folks, the entire market as a whole right now, and these LGS, I've texted and emailed and talked to so many LGS in the United States. And the theme is the same. Boulders Gate beat the shit out of them. Wiped out their capital. The people like me who can afford to sit on the leftover pallet. I've got one pallet of each. One set, one draft, and one collector's. So it's not excessive. But it's still, by the way, a pallet of Boulders Gate set boxes is not like a normal 600 box pallet. These pallets are 1,000 boxes to a pallet. So when I say I have one pallet of Boulders Gate set, I think it's 1,000. I think it's 1,014 or 1,012. I need to get one of the print sheets off the pallet and show you guys that's attached. It's a little bit, because remember, they're so small. The way they stack them and ship them is very different on these smaller package sizes, which saves Wizards a tremendous amount of money logistically, which is one of the reasons why they're continuing to reduce quantity of packs, bulk and common, uncommon cards, but the same quantity of rares and mythics. So they're adjusting their margins is what's going on. Anyways, so I believe as these stores are desperate to stay afloat right now, desperate. And again, it's not the store's fault. This happened in 2017-18 when Iconic Masters beat the shell stores. Then Alma Kitty Cat, Hour of Dev, Ixalan, Masters 25 was going to save us. We've been through this song and dance before. When we have these lows, it's shitty because there will be many stores that don't make it. Period. Now, I think anyone who can hold on and stay solvent as we make it to the holidays moving into next year, especially and hopefully these Brothers War and Dominaria are going to be the hype they lived up to be. Fingers crossed. After Boulders Gate, and they thought that was a home run. I had a Wizards employee, or claim, I don't know if they still work there, a Wizards employee who was like, yeah, they thought Boulders Gate, Commander Legends 2, was going to be better than Commander Legends 1. And I remember my reply to this individual who claimed to have been an employee, or used to be, I don't know if they are anymore. My reply was, after Boulders Gate came out, I was like, I don't know if I'm so concerned that internally they genuinely believed Boulders Gate was, or Commander Legends 2 was better than Commander Legends 1. I'm concerned if they believe that to be true, because that's a bigger can of worms of how stupid can you be. Or I can't tell if they're just saying that under damage control, or they're just try to pump something. I don't know. Either way, no matter how whatever they thought was going to happen, clearly didn't happen. Which again, in my opinion, there's no way Wizards believed Boulders Gate was going to just completely collapse at release day, because that would be the worst corporate financial decision making ever, because now they're going to lose millions of dollars not being able to reprint Boulders Gate 2, 3, 4 times like they did Commander Legends 1. So there's no way you can convince me that the Boulders Gate fiasco, disaster, Timmy move of dumb idiots was intentional, because we're talking millions of dollars. Dude, $3 to probably $6 to maybe even $8 million of lost revenue not being able to reprint draft and set 3, 4 times. That's what I'm thinking about. If I was a board of directors at this Hasbro company and I saw that happen, dude, heads would be rolling. I would be furious. I'd be calling in meetings of who sucks, what's going on, the you suck meeting. Everybody sit around and tell me why you suck. I would be furious. If I'm not, I would fly into that building, sit down, call people, and be like, the fuck happened? Because that is a big deal. On future Hasbro reports, they're not going to talk about it. Oh, everything's great. Supply chain issues, logistics. They're going to make up all kinds of stupid shit. Look over here at the fire. Hey, what's that in the back? Don't look in the back. Oh, look at the fire. Oh, look at the pretty. What is that? ADOP? Attention deficit. Oh, that's pretty. That's what they're going to want you to do. So I don't believe the Boulders Gate thing was intentional. I think they genuinely thought some of the cards that were going to be hit and chase cards, the market rejected very quickly and very aggressively, causing a lot of problems. So we're going to wrap this video up. Sorry we didn't get to Double Masters. We'll talk about tomorrow. I got to get rest. I'm exhausted. As far as the Jumpstart thing goes, the point of this video is, I think it's the first time I've actually showed my new beautiful wall of Jumpstart. If I've already showed it, I apologize. I don't think I've showed this. But the point of me showing this was, I started getting messages like a week ago or something from like long-term patrons like, Rudy, is it true you're like liquidating and insolvent and going bankrupt? And that's why I started making some silly videos with funny meme titles, because all of a sudden some rumors were just started spreading. I'm assuming it always comes from like Facebook or something stupid. I would assume something was started going around where somebody made something up. And I can always tell, because then I start getting random messages from patrons saying, dude, Rudy, is this true? And I can always tell that something was happening. So today, just focus on Jumpstart. I don't know why or where that came from, but I just wanted to say I'm going to continue to expand my inventory, or as they say on the internet in the crypto Wall Street bets world, I'm going to continue to carry heavy bags. I'm going to have some nice big bags of 2021 products. And I'm going to ride the storm out, because I think when the storm passes, just like in Florida, hurricanes every year and seasons, every time after a hurricane happens in Florida, if you don't live here, like the following 7 to 10 days, pending there's no deaths or bad things or house destruction, like it's a mild storm, the weather is beautiful. There's an eerie calm, like a reset. And I always feel during these turbulent times of anger, volatility, and resets, when the clouds come out and they kind of just dissolve and the fog burns off, and you get this cheery, bright, sunny day, the air feels and smells better. Yeah, I said the air feels. You can feel the air. You can tell you're resetting into a new block, a new era, a new time. And I'm preparing for that. And I believe with stocks, equities, crypto, collectibles, all of these things are continuing to find their bottoming, getting the crap beat out of them through this cruel summer. And we will stabilize. if we're not already starting to stabilize. You know, I'm not going to call it bottom because I just don't know. But I believe we are either already at a bottom or in a bottoming process in this summertime period. Now, I hope if I'm wrong, well, that sucks. Everything's going to get worse, which means more struggle for families and people, which is a terrible, shitty thing. So I remain optimistic that, yes, I think inflation is going to peak. I think the market's going to chug forward, and I think we're going to remain volatile. And I don't think all these 2021 era products of Adventures Forgotten Realm, Strixhaven, Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, even these reprinted Jumpstart and all these things, Boulders Gate, and then, of course, coming up with the Dominaria, I just don't think all this stuff is going to stay where it is. Same thing with a lot of equity. If, you know, all you out there with your 401ks and mutual funds, if you are not maxing out or putting any extra you can these times, dude, you're never going to get ahead. Because these are the times when people say the sky is falling that, you know what? You need to get a big bucket out, and as the sky is falling, you just need to grab as much as you can. Because you don't see stuff like this, and you don't see this type of attitude when things turn. By the time it turns, it's going to be over with. Same thing with old ABU, vintage cards, Magic, sealed product cards. It doesn't even have to be 2021, just in general. And I just want to share today that that is my Jumpstart hoard. That is how adamant and how bullish I remain. And I know, the Shepherd got reprinted double masters. He looks like Jurassic Park petting his little pet squirrel like I pet in the bathroom. I know, I hear you. I feel you, I hear you, I smell you. But you know what? That's the original Jumpstart. Just like the original Commander Legends 1. Just like many other original Dominarias, original Kaladesh. Dominaria's coming back again. Kaladesh is going to come back again one day. It's just the way it's going to be. In the meantime, the opportunity for the original product, like this original Jumpstart, at a non-inflated price of below 100. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I wanted to share with you all. And hopefully this stuff's pretty stable, right? Does that look stable to you guys? Seems pretty stable. Other than that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful day out there. Thanks for watching, as always. Remember, folks, after lay off social media. After you watch a Rudy video, make sure you give me my 1/3 of a penny view. And seriously, all that stuff, and the Twitters and the Tumblrs and the tweets and all that stuff, and it's just, you don't realize it, but you get addicted to that stuff. You check your phone, how many likes, how many thumbs up, you get addicted to that stuff, man. And it pulls you away, and it puts your brain in like this like autopilot cycle where you just lose track of the days, weeks, months, and before you realize, you look in the mirror, you're older, and you go, I thought we were in 2020. Wasn't the country shut down? It's been 2 years since the summer of 2020. That's how quick time flies, folks. I mean, I'm officially, and at the end of this year, I'm going to be on YouTube 7 years. It's just, if you don't stop and pay attention sometimes, folks, life will pass you by, and you'll miss a lot of things. Well, you're so busy just trying to randomly scroll, swiping right, swiping up, doing twirly birds, next little TikTok, next short video, next video, and the minutes turn to hours. In your days, you stop talking to people, you stop watching your favorite show, you're just staring at your phone. And then if somebody asks you the very next day, what'd you do on your phone or what'd you do on social media? You really can't answer because you realize you didn't do anything. It's almost like in school, like busy work. It's like the phone has generated this feedback loop where it creates the brain to this little simple busy loop where you don't think. You just become like idiocracy, comfortably numb, Sorry to ramble, folks. I like Jumpstart. I wanted to share my position. And make sure you guys think for yourself. Have a beautiful day.